Hello again, guys. Here is Andrew talking to you. Today we'll be talking about art references and apps, websites, softwares an artist can use to get a reference or draw an image that playing in his mind or something like that. First thing we're talking about is free mobile app. It's called Handy. I found it in a couple of videos on the YouTube about faces, hands, can learn from it, portraits and other stuff. It's kind of funny with light stuff and other features. Nice ones, actually. It's very helpful for artists that use smartphone to get the grip of drawing, pose, and such things. It's only for mobile, sorry, it's not for PC. So, as a PC, we're gonna tell about more features and more softwares you can use or websites you can use for your art reference. So here's a handy is handy. First one for the PC is called Quick Poses. It's a very famous website for gesture drawing and other stuff like that. Go to a library and other scene stuff. Uh, Pose timer. You can adjust those to your taste and start counting, drawing. There is funny couple of things about this website that it's got uh, and you must make an account to make achievements, get certificate, other funny stuff like this. And the next one is line of action. Line of action is called Practice Tools, aka Practice Tools, and it's funny. The funny thing about this website make you feel like you are in a class, in an art class. You choose the timer of your class and start drawing. The next one is characterdesign.com. Character design is full of still images. You can use models in it to draw gestures, but no timers for the guys or the artists who want to draw from live images and want to count timer. And the next one is a YouTube channel. It's called New Masters Academy. This one is fun actually. It's got a rotating pose and timer. So it's got anything in it and new videos comes eventually. The next one is Crocus Cafe. Crocus. I hope I'm spelling it right. So anyway, it's got fun things to do actually. And the next one is why car art pass. Your art pass. Sorry, your art pass. It's fun. And of course, Pinterest. Pinterest is a very important website for aspiring artists, such. And the next website is called Sketch Daily References. It's very fun, actually, like the uh, practice tools and line of action website already told about. I've known this lately. It's very fun. And the last thing I want to tell you about is our software art references. For the PC, I'm using the Smith Micro Poseur Pro. It's very fun software. I like using it. Easy for installation and it's very fun making poses, camera and rotating props. Got many features actually. It helps where you can adjust the depth of your image, dynamics, the shadings, and other cool stuff. Actually, the figures you should be using got a couple of figures comes with software and viable ones. Actually, the characters are free, but you can buy the morphs and the clothes. You can buy props and here and other stuff. You can buy it from the software, from the websites I'm gonna tell about. As you can use those for art references, you can adjust them to your taste and use them for your images like clip paint or Photoshop. I'm gonna tell about the clip paint also art reference. It's very fun actually, but you can find Dev Studio for very fine, more refinable characters, while the Poseur is the Michael and Victoria ones are kinda old, so it might not be up to your taste nowadays. You can adjust it to your superhero pose or horror comic. I remember reading a comic about Silent Hill Small. It was made 3D and redrawn on it. Most artists in the Marvel or not most, sorry, artists from I remember reading from Marvel or DC. There are artists that use softwares like Poseur and draw, make the camera adjust the pose and drawing it on Photoshop or other drawing softwares. Um, Whatever makes it cool, right? Whatever. It's not good for my taste. I don't like this taste actually, but good for horror vibe comics. It's make it the symmetrical make it like this. And another one is Clip Paint Studio. Clip Paint Studio comes with 3D figures. Actually, don't use you must learn how to draw first before you can try to use a reference. Don't try to use a reference directly if you can't understand how to draw a line or a curve or very simplistic. Don't draw it like this. No, don't draw it like this. Because if you draw like this, you might not make a good image at the end. Now, remember this. Remember this. You boys, remember this. So, you have to learn how to draw lines. Or you might not even, you might hate yourself for trying to, if you can't draw a single line or curve or things like that. Let's try to adjust this figure to our taste and create a new layer and draw on it. Makes your job far more easier if you do it like this. It's very fun too, and you know from those blue lines on the figure where you can make your image look very dynamic or kinda like rotating shapes and masses. I've already made a couple of videos about how you can make a mass, but I didn't make a video about how you can adjust your mass to your taste or exaggerate the body. I'm gonna make a video about this. So return to Poseur. Actually, this figure that I've been telling about, it's Victoria from Daz Studio, Daz 3D figures. Sorry, it's very fun figure. It's poly and mesh and far more refined and better, far more better than the ones that comes with software. I believe it's free, but more so, as I say, it's buyable and very. You can find it in various websites to buy from. And the Rusty, there's other stuff like this. You must know to study the whole mass first before you draw from a reference. Study the whole mass. If you're gonna make a superheroine or a superhero, you must know the whole shape, the body, where to control it, if you're gonna widen the waist or narrow the chest, exaggerate the shoulders. Study the mass to make it far more professional, to make it far more dynamic design. I love a book by the name Christopher Hart, How to Draw Cutting Edge Anatomy. It's very helpful, guys. So try to give it time and read from it. The second thing you might consider, study the lights. Study the lights, contrast the grays. The funny stuff about Poseur here is that you can adjust the light to your taste and make a single source of light or add more 30 source or other stuff. But I don't think that adding more than 3 is gonna make any difference to your reference, because it's fun to. I love lowering the light sources for my images. I love doing this. Create your own library from the software, the website reference I told you about, and the ones here in this video. So you must study them, and study by using block masses as boxes and balls. For beginners, those are very important ones. Uh, so the 3D figures are very fun when it comes to this area, because when you look at it from another perspective, you can change the. No, don't do this! No! When you look at it as another perspective, an artist's perspective, you find that 3D figures and are the very futuristic thing about from the using block masses or meshes like boxes and other stuff like this, the cylinder and other things. The 3D figures helps. So it's very helpful. I remember there is a website, a 3D reference website online, but I can't figure it right now. I remember using it for a couple of months for reference. It was fine. You can create your own library. Yeah. The very fun things about Poseur is Michael 4. The M4 comes with an anatomy maps. Anatomy maps is very important to understand the masses of the body and the muscles. If you are made to study those muscles, um, it's very helpful. It makes you make a great progress in a very short time. You must know those things that studying the light, the pose, and the quality of those reference you make or collect or make you far more better. And as I said, morphs are very fun things you can play with to make your own original characters. It comes with morphs of creatures and other things like bulky, Amazon, superhero, fat, heavy. Oh, you can reach your destination making art in a very short time. The Poser is very fun with got features with figures and the poses, face motions, hair and hands, the props and the light sources, and you got the material rooms and the scenery and the camera. You can adjust those to your taste or download from the DAZ website. You can find here the Genesis figures for the DAZ studio. I'm not a DAZ person, so I'm using Poser. So I'm searching now and just search for the Poser stuff. It's funny. and very useful for aspiring artists to study the hands, the construction of the body, the construction of the clothes, and other construction of the light scenery and the movement, how you can draw the figure to balance and make and study balance of light and shades. The light sources are very important to make your images look very dynamic, and those things I learned from the industry while working on the comic book field and illustration. If you are interested to or got to want to look at my art, you can find it in the links down below in the description. And the very yeah, here is starter bundles you should buy to make your figures very dynamic and use them for reference. Or you can use an action figure. Action figure like I've used in a couple of videos before. Here's the Tiger Mask one. I used Juggernaut before. I remember. You can make it to study it, but it's far more pricey ones than the softwares to so it can make you help you to understand the body mass, how to thicken the dynamic lines and lighten them, uh, make it for the folds, the volume of the line, and study it with you can even make it very lively by choosing many creating or choosing back reference images to create your own creatures and freaks. Like this one, I'll be making. I'm making a video about it. It's, how you can create a character design from scratch using reference. It's very fun and nice experience I've passed with. Uh, that you don't only you shouldn't copy or be safe trying to copy or mimic other artists. No, you should come with your own mind or your own imagination, your own style, and your own theory about art and your own breathing live creatures. So I remember I used um, street sharks and a Disney movie, couple of Disney movies for to give the taste of this character I'm drawing now. It's an alien and shark head with a dinosaur vibe. Shark, alien. Um, I love drawing this actually and enjoyed the moment while I'm creating it. And when I showed it to the creator, he enjoyed this character and yeah, you came up with a nice one. So you must be creative using the references I already told you about. Get the softwares and the websites, get the books. As for the books, there's various books I can tell you about, but the very important ones I'm telling you now at this video is George Bridgman Complete Guide to Drawing from Life. It's over 1,000 anatomical drawing. It's very important if you are going to be an artist. This is the book you must buy or you must own, along with Christopher Hart, how you can draw a cutting edge anatomy. But this one is far more better. The Bridgman book. Jim Lee told about it, David Finch told about it, and many other artists told about it, and I am telling about it too. Uh, this is Andrew talking to you about the art reference. Many thanks to you guys watching this video. I'm looking forward to talk to you again. Bye.